Have you ever woken up feeling like your knees suddenly aged a decade overnight? Or maybe after a casual stroll or an afternoon tending to your garden, your fingers start to ache, your hips throb, or your back feels tight for no apparent reason. If you're over 60 and finding yourself dealing with these mysterious aches and pains, you're far from alone. More importantly, you're not imagining things. Most people chalk joint pain up to the natural aging process. It's commonly believed that pain and stiffness are just part of growing older, something inevitable that you have to live with once you've passed a certain age. But here's the surprising truth. A significant amount of the joint pain you feel might not be due to aging at all. In fact, some of it could stem from the foods you eat, daily foods that may seem innocent, even healthy, but are actually fueling inflammation inside your body. Yes, what's on your plate might be silently aggravating your joints. In this in-depth guide, we'll explore 3 common foods that many older adults consume regularly, often without realizing the damage they may be doing. These foods might not seem dangerous at first glance, but for aging joints, they can act like a slow, steady drip of gasoline on a fire, worsening inflammation and discomfort over time. But don't worry, we're not here just to take foods away. We'll also share what to eat instead, so you can swap joint pain for comfort, stiffness for mobility, and fatigue for renewed energy. Because after 60, you deserve to move freely, live actively, and enjoy your days without constantly battling sore knees, aching hands, or a stiff lower back. Let's begin with one of the most common culprits hiding in plain sight right in almost every American kitchen. Food number 1. White bread and refined carbs. There's something nostalgic and comforting about a soft slice of white bread in the morning, or a warm dinner roll served with soup. But here's the problem. Refined carbohydrates like white bread, white rice, regular pasta, pastries, and many boxed breakfast cereals can be seriously aggravating to your joints. Why? Because these foods have been stripped of their natural fiber and nutrients, which causes them to be digested very quickly. That rapid digestion leads to a spike in blood sugar and insulin levels, which in turn causes a process in the body called glycation. During glycation, sugar molecules bind to proteins in your tissues and create harmful compounds known as advanced glycation end products. AGEs. While the name might sound technical, the effects are very real and very painful. AGEs are known to trigger inflammation throughout the body, and for seniors, this inflammation often shows up most noticeably in the joints. Think of these compounds as tiny sparks landing on already dry, brittle grass. They ignite low-grade fires in the knees, hips, shoulders, and hands. Over time, these microinflammations can worsen conditions like osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, and general stiffness. Here's another important point. These refined carbs don't just spike your blood sugar and produce AGEs, they also feed the wrong kind of bacteria in your gut. When bad bacteria flourish, they produce toxins that can lead to systemic inflammation. And since your gut and joints are closely connected via the immune system, a disrupted gut can mean painful joints. What to do instead? You don't have to give up bread or pasta altogether, just be smarter about your choices. Opt for sprouted grain bread or whole grain bread instead of white bread, steel-cut oats instead of sugary cereals, almond flour or coconut flour-based baked goods instead of white flour pastries, chickpea pasta or lentil pasta instead of standard semolina pasta. These alternatives digest more slowly, keep your blood sugar levels stable, and reduce the formation of AGEs. Even better, they're rich in nutrients like magnesium, B vitamins, and fiber, all of which contribute to lower inflammation and better joint function. If you crave sweetness in the morning, top your oatmeal with antioxidant-rich fruits like blueberries or raspberries. A few weeks of avoiding refined carbs can lead to significant improvements in mobility, reduced swelling, and greater flexibility. But white bread isn't the only hidden trigger. The next one might surprise you, especially if you've been trying to eat light or heart healthy. Food number 2. Vegetable oils, especially corn, soybean, and canola for decades. Vegetable oils have been marketed as healthier alternatives to butter, lard, or other animal fats. You've likely heard that oils like canola, soybean, and corn are cholesterol-free and good for your heart. But the reality is more complex and potentially more harmful, especially for aging joints. Most processed vegetable oils are loaded with omega-6 fatty acids. Now, your body does need omega-6 south in small amounts. The problem is imbalance. Today's standard American diet contains far too many omega-6 south and not nearly enough omega-3 south. The ideal ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fats should be somewhere around 4:1. But in the modern diet, that ratio is often as high as 20:1. Why does this matter? Because excessive omega-6 fatty acids promote inflammation. Studies have shown that high omega-6 intake is linked to elevated levels of C-reactive protein, CRP, a marker of systemic inflammation and a known factor in joint pain, particularly in arthritis. This imbalance also interferes with the body's ability to use omega-3 south effectively, which are the very fats that help reduce joint inflammation. So even if you're eating fish or taking omega-3 supplements, their benefits might be getting canceled out by the vegetable oil in your salad dressing, snacks, or sauté pan. Common culprits include store-bought salad dressings, fried foods, especially from restaurants, cracker, and chips, granola bars, packaged baked goods, margarine, and butter. Substitute. What to do? Instead, start replacing inflammatory oils with anti-inflammatory fats that actually nourish your joints. Extra virgin olive oil, full of polyphenols and antioxidants that support joint and heart health. Avocado oil, high in monounsaturated fats and has a high smoke point, making it ideal for cooking. Coconut oil contains MCTs, medium-chain triglycerides, which may help reduce joint inflammation. Fatty fish like wild-caught salmon, sardines, and mackerel, packed with EPA and DHA, two types of omega-3 fatty acids, with strong anti-inflammatory effects. You can also boost your omega-3 intake by adding a tablespoon of ground flax seeds or chia seeds to your oatmeal or smoothie. After switching to healthier oils and reducing processed foods, many seniors report clearer thinking, more energy, and most importantly, noticeably, less joint pain within just a few weeks. Food number 3, raw cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, kale, and cabbage. Now this one is tricky. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, kale, cauliflower, cabbage, and Brussels sprouts are nutritional powerhouses. They're high in vitamins, fiber, and cancer-fighting compounds. So why are they on this list? Because in their raw form, they can wreak havoc on an aging digestive system, which in turn can lead to increased joint pain. Here's why. Raffinose. These veggies contain raffinose, a type of complex sugar that your small intestine struggles to digest. It ferments in the gut, causing gas, bloating, and discomfort. Reduced enzyme production. As we age, our bodies produce less stomach acid and fewer digestive enzymes. That makes breaking down raw fibrous vegetables even harder. Goitrogens. Raw cruciferous vegetables contain compounds that can interfere with thyroid function, especially when eaten in large quantities. A sluggish thyroid can contribute to fatigue, slower metabolism, and inflammation. All of this can trigger gut irritation. And since gut health is directly connected to joint health, the result is often joint pain or stiffness. What to do instead? Don't give up cruciferous vegetables altogether. Just cook them first. Steaming, sautéing, or roasting helps reduce the impact of raffinose and deactivates goitrogens. Try these tips. Steam broccoli or cauliflower and season with turmeric, garlic, and olive oil. Roast Brussels sprouts with avocado oil and black pepper. Sauté kale or cabbage with a splash of lemon juice to aid digestion. Use fermented versions like sauerkraut or kimchi in moderation for easier digestion. If you still crave raw veggies, stick with easier to digest options like carrots, bell peppers, cucumbers, or celery. What to eat instead for joint comfort after 6-0. Avoiding pain is only half the story. The real magic happens when you start feeding your body with foods that heal and protect your joints. Here are some foundational changes you can make today. Start your day right. Try a warm bowl of steel. Cut oats cooked in almond milk. Add cinnamon, blueberries, ground flax seeds, and a few walnuts. This combo stabilizes blood sugar, supports digestion, and nourishes joints with anti-inflammatory nutrients. Rethink lunch and dinner. Replace fried foods with roasted veggies cooked in olive or avocado oil. Swap raw salads for warm, cooked vegetables. Add wild-caught salmon, pasture-raised chicken, or legumes for clean protein. Spice it up. Use turmeric, ginger, garlic, and onions generously. These ingredients are natural anti-inflammatories and immune boosters. Drink more water. Hydration is key to joint lubrication. Aim for 8 cups per day. Add lemon or cucumber for flavor. Move daily. Gentle movement lubricates joints and improves circulation. Try 20 minutes of walking, swimming, tai chi, or stretching daily. Support your gut. A healthy gut reduces systemic inflammation. Add prebiotic foods like onions, leeks, and garlic. Try fermented foods, yogurt, kefir, kimchi for probiotics. Mindset matters. Believe in your ability to heal. Stay consistent with small daily choices. Your body responds to care at any age. In summary, avoid refined carbs like white bread and sugary cereals. Swap inflammatory oils for olive, avocado, or coconut oil. Cook cruciferous vegetables to make them gentler on your system. Eat more whole foods that support gut and joint health. Move a little more. Drink water. And season your food with healing herbs. Aging isn't about decline. It's about becoming more attuned to your body's needs. And when you meet those needs with the right foods, the right movement, and the right mindset, your body will respond with energy, mobility, and strength. You're not broken. You're not too old. And you're absolutely not alone. Here's to strong joints, active days, and a vibrant life at every age. If this guide helped you, please share your thoughts. What changes have helped your joint pain the most? Comment below. Subscribe for more senior wellness tips. And remember, you deserve to move through life with comfort and confidence.